So today we are going to start our Veterans Day project, and we're going to create a flag. So this is kind of like the black and white of how we're going to start, and then this one gives us the process. So you can see how the first part we're going to create like these V's, and then we'll create the curves of the flag, and then stars. We're not going to do all the stars for states, but we'll just do some stars on here, and then we'll color. So first thing we're gonna do, I already started it. I wrote Mrs. K and my class code on the back. Then we're gonna turn the paper around. So the first step is we're gonna create these V's, okay? So with that, I'd say about 5 hands widths from the edge. We're gonna have kind of not a straight line, but we want an angle line down to the bottom, okay? Then we're gonna leave about a finger space, and then we're gonna angle it up to the top. So that's that V shape, finger space, go to the bottom again, finger space to the top. So this is what my V looks like. Yours could be over a little bit that way or over this way, and that's fine. You can see it's a little wavy here. It doesn't have to be a perfectly straight line, as long as it's straight-ish. So we've created a V-like shape here, okay? So, but this first spot, we have about 5 fingers widths because that's where the flag is gonna be. So all of you, we're gonna do that now. The next step is creating these curves. So you're going to see there's a couple up here, then there's one going across here. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on here, okay? So that's, those are how many lines that they have, and we're gonna start with the top 2. So let me put this here. So these top 2, we are not drawing in this first section. So the first one is we're gonna start at this top and then go to that one. So we're gonna kind of curve it down and then up. So kind of like a U shape. We're gonna skip this one, and then we're gonna do a U shape here, okay? And then skip that one. So that's our first stripe, okay? The next one, we're gonna follow this one, but we're gonna leave it about 2 fingers widths or 3 fingers widths. We're gonna curve it down. And this time, if you notice, because you can see this middle one, now it goes up. So it's down and up. So now like a rainbow line, then a U shape, then a rainbow line, okay? So 2 to 3 fingers, so they're not too close. And then we did that same U, then we did a rainbow, U, rainbow, okay? This next one, it's gonna start at the very, very edge of the paper. So this one, we're gonna start clear, over here. So we know we are gonna create a U shape here. So we always wanna do opposite. So we've created like a pattern. So this time, I'm gonna go rainbow, okay? Then we're gonna follow this U shape, and then rainbow, U shape, rainbow, okay? So you can kind of see our pattern that we're gonna do. Then we're gonna do the same thing, leaving a gap, rainbow to the first line, U shape, rainbow, U shape, rainbow, okay? If you feel like you've already gotten the pattern, you can keep going, okay? I'm gonna do at least 2 more. So 2 fingers widths, rainbow, U shape, rainbow, U shape, rainbow, okay? So if you don't feel like you've gotten the hang of it, just raise your hand. I'll be around to help you out, okay? And if you do, you can help out your neighbors as well. So then this last one, I'm gonna do rainbow. That was a big rainbow on mine. U shape, rainbow, U shape, rainbow. So we've got the basic gist of the flag, okay? I have a little space down here. I'm gonna probably add another little one just to kind of finish it off. Kind of like what I did at the top where I didn't have one every, like in this middle section here and here, but I now have one in the opposite, okay? I just felt like it needed a little something down there. Now, when you do your stars can be like they're traditional like this. You can do your stars where you start off with a triangle, okay, and then keep going. Whatever you want to do. And I'll have some little tracers if you want to use those, if that makes it easier for you for the stars. As long as it's star-like, you're totally fine, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. So we're kind of doing an artistic interpretation of this, so that's why we don't have to have the stars and representing the states on here. We're just kind of taking our little artistic interpretation, so it doesn't take us as long to draw it all, okay? So we've done the hard part, which is the drawing, okay? The next part is the coloring. So a couple ways you can do this. I kind of like to start in one section, and then I kind of color the whole thing, and then I'll go to the next section, okay? If it feels more comfortable to go the other way, then, I mean, that's fine. But we're trying to make it look like it's flowing or rippling, okay? So you're gonna have your crayons with the section up here. This is your blue section. So I like to always outline first. Okay, and I outline all of it, but I'm just gonna show you a small section. Then I'm gonna color it in. And I always go a little bit slower around the edges, so I keep my lines or my coloring within that section. And I'm gonna color in this whole area, except I'm gonna leave the stars white, okay? So I'll do that for this whole section there. Then I'm gonna do the actual red portion, okay? I do have a black. You can outline everything black now, later, or not at all. That's completely up to you. But I'm gonna start in this first section here. So just like the flag, it always starts with red. So with this one, I'm gonna kind of outline with red, but we kind of want it to look like it's rippled, okay? So I'm gonna color red basically on the outside, and I'm gonna stop in the middle, okay? I'm gonna do the same thing on the side. Color on the outside, and then stop before I hit the middle, okay? That's gonna be like the shiny part, okay? Then I'm gonna skip the section because it's red, white, and blue, so it always starts with red. Then this is gonna be white, and then this section here will have, we'll have another red. So I'm gonna color kind of on the side right here. Color this one, and I'm gonna stop kind of in the middle here. So sometimes it's easier to kind of color to where you want to stop. So if I want to start off where I want to stop there, then that reminds me, oh wait, stop your coloring. If you color the whole section, it's still going to be beautiful. So, and it's still honoring our veterans who gave so much up for us. But if you do this, I think it looks really cool too. So this one's always going to be left white. Then I'm going to skip this one, go to the next section, and I'll play this video over again. So I can do the same thing. If I want to color here towards the middle, then towards the edge, then towards the middle. I'm trying to color so you can see. It's a little awkward for me, but that is okay. And color to the edge. Okay. Skip a space, and then go to this bottom one. Okay. This one's going to be just a little bit of coloring because of the size of it. So I'm going to go on the very edge here and just leave a little spot there. Okay, so we finished this section. Okay, now the whole point of this, if you look at it, it's almost like it, if you look across, it looks like it goes red, white, okay? Because it's showing that it's rippling. So we kind of want to create that same effect. So I'll show you what I usually do. So when I get to this next one, I know it's beside a white, so that's my clue that that's going to be colored in. So I kind of outlined it. I did the same thing. I want to kind of color to that middle point and leave it white in the middle. And if you forgot and it's just colored red, it's still, like I said, looks beautiful. Then I'm going to skip this one, and then I'm going to go to this one. So we're creating a pattern. It almost has like a checkerboard effect, okay? So notice how I outlined it, and then kind of color to that middle part there to the very edge, okay? Color to the middle part and to the edge. And you're going to do this for the whole thing, okay? And like I said earlier, if you get frustrated and you need help, just ask and we'll help. So you're going to do this one. I may even have yours kind of started off the drawing so that you can kind of have that portion done for you. So the outside. I probably will. I'll probably have the V shapes drawn for you because I think that might be easier. And you can definitely draw U's and rainbows. See, I left too big of a gap there, so let me go a little bit closer here. Then skip a space and go to this bottom one here. Okay. And you're going to keep going. Let's see. So just if you forget and you get confused up here, look. Okay, red. So we're going to leave that one white. So I know I'm going to go red up here. And we'll fast forward through some of this part so you don't have to watch me finish coloring all of this.